Good evening, good evening, everyone. I welcome each and everyone to this live session. I welcome each and every one of you to this live section. Very sorry for coming late. Very sorry we actually started late, right? I was caught up in traffic, guys. So, uh, going straight to business. If you're active, let me see your fire emoji. We are fully active. Uh, being lazy. How do they call it now? Uh, Lateness doesn't mean denial. I'm actually sorry for being late, though. That's not an excuse, right? But it doesn't actually mean denial, right? So let's actually get on track, right? We still have to do something. We still have to do our analysis. We still have to get back on track. We still have to drop our projection for the week, and we need to actually follow through with our projection, right? Right, as always, guys. So I actually welcome each and everyone to this live section, and just like the name implies, gold explodes, right? Gold explodes. Where is gold heading next, right? Where is gold heading next? So that's actually what I'm going to be breaking down in full for you guys. And if you were very, very active, last week we did a full gold breakdown. I told you gold was actually going to buy massively last week, right? And it did, right? Who is actually excited about that? Who is excited about that? Let me see your comment section. Let me see in the comment section. Who is excited about the gold move last week? Last week move was very, very clean, uh, massive, and it was very, very okay, right? We had a very, very good trading week last week, even though I didn't trade on Monday because I was caught up. I was kind of busy on Monday, so I couldn't send in any trade on Monday. But if you were active in the analysis, if you were active during the Sunday analysis, then I think Monday should have been very, very easy for you because we did full analysis, right? And everything played out 100% as projected, right? So the same energy by God's grace this week. Pray that everything literally goes well, right? So for gold, what are we basically looking at for gold this week? Where is gold heading this week? Right? Where's gold heading this week? There will be a lot of people saying gold has overbought, gold has over spiked, gold moved massively. I'm expecting massive corrections, this and that. What are we actually expecting gold to do this week? And as you can see on my chart, we have this gold buy that we took on Friday, right? We have this gold buy that we took on Friday, and that trade went massively well. And it was posted on my Telegram channel, right? It was posted in the Telegram channel, t.me/ non-star forex, right? It was posted on the Telegram channel. So if you are not on there, I think you need to be on that space, right? Because I do send in free signals, and if you've been taking the signals, you can as well drop your review in the comment section, right? If it has been working or not, nobody's actually holding you back, right? So uh the same energy this week by God's grace. So what's actually happening on gold? Jesse Prosper, I see you. What's actually happening on gold this week, right? What's actually happening on gold this week, and what are we actually expecting? Just like we know, currently gold is strongly bullish, right? Gold is strongly bullish. The buyers are strongly in the market, and they're trying to take gold as far as possible. They are trying to take gold as far as possible. And today is the last day in November, right? So we're actually getting into December, and I just literally want every one of us to lock in this December and just try to milk as much as possible, at least up to you on the 22nd or 23rd before the actual festive period here. I want us to make as much as possible from this forex space, right? Because we have over 6 trillion transactions going on each day, right? So our duty as traders is to try to do what get as little as we can, and any other day we take load as well, right? It's all part of the game, right? So what's actually happening on gold? What's actually happening on gold? This was our Friday sweet buy that actually went massively well, and I hope you guys were able to take advantage of this trade as well. I dropped it both on the WhatsApp group and on the Telegram channel, which the link is right here, right? So what are we basically looking for gold to do this? As good overbought? I know that's part of the question you actually have in your mind. As good overbought? As good spike too much? Are we expecting massive sales? This and that, right? But you can't be expecting massive sale. Now, I need us to work on this ideology. If you've been listening to your top traders very well, you do get this ideology of the big forest traders, right? I would say your popular mentors, right? The popular mentors, they have this they have this ideology that they try to like instill in beginners that actually. And what's the ideology they try to instill in beginners that actually coming up? They try to instill using this word of gold as overbought, gold as oversold, expel this and that. There's really nothing like that. Sincerely, if you pay more attention, most times it's not really that way, but it tends to be like the people in control at the moment tend to lose their momentum. That's the only thing I see that actually do happen. But the ideology of market has overbought or market has oversold is not really a thing. Sincerely speaking, it's not really a thing. It's not really a thing because in the long run, very very familiar with gold. Gold can buy 1,000 pips in a stretch, and it just keeps buying and just keeps building up the momentum like that, like that, like that, and so on and so forth. So imagine looking for sales on a strongly bullish trend, then you are definitely going to miss, right? You're definitely going to you're definitely going to lose money. You're definitely going to be on the wrong side of the market, right? So that's just the basic thing. Don't follow the so-called mentors. They actually have a lot of virtues, right? Because they actually have a lot of ideas, right? Because they've been in the game for a very long time. But if you actually take your time to like study the chart, you tend to see things differently as well. And you tend to like learn from what's actually like going on in the meantime. So that's the whole thing. That's what I basically see. But so I'm just basically telling you not to go into this new week with the ideology that gold has overbought and you start looking for massive sales and stuff like that, and just expect gold to start selling massively or stuff like that. Because eventually just corrects and keep going massively to the top side again, right? Trade for Friday, a very sweet buy ride, right? And if you took the trade, let me see you in the comment section as well. So let's go down to the daily time frame and just see what's actually happening on gold, just like we always do, right? Top down analysis, and we're going to be using pure price action, which is our usual strategy, market structure to break down these charts from the beginning to the very end. And I want you guys to actually follow through with this analysis. And if you're on this call and you want to like this YouTube section, follow through from the beginning to the end in order not to miss anything. And I can tell you, I'm not going to waste your time, right? You're going to definitely learn something meaningful from this life. So we don't just come here to gain views or gain whatever. We're basically just here to share real value and actually learn from one another. And I hope I'll be able to instill something meaningful in you tonight. So I hope you actually stick around to the end. And don't forget to like this YouTube section, this YouTube live section. So what's actually happening on gold? What's actually happening on gold? Just like I was saying, right? Just like I was saying regarding the ideology that gold has overbought or gold has oversold. Now, let's pay attention to this significant resistance level that we have. The market created on the 21st of April 2025 and up till the 10th or the 1st of September, the 2nd of September, right here, gold couldn't break that level. Now, at the point where gold broke this level, right? At the point where gold broke this level to the top side, what happened? Imagine after this break to the top side, what happened? Gold moved massively to the top side. Now imagine in this bull run, in this massive bull run, imagine you looking for opportunity to sell in this massive bull run. You're definitely going to get scalp sales, probably about 100 to 200 pip sales and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you might, if you are looking to hold swings for sales in this kind of bull run, you might end up getting taken out. You might end up getting taken out or stopped out and stuff like that. So I'm basically just erasing the ideology that gold has overbought or gold has oversold and stuff like that. But instead, let's try to focus more attention into what? Interpreting the now moment opportunity, right? Interpreting the current interaction between the buyers and the sellers, right? Interpreting the moment. Imagine, let's look at what's actually going on right here. How many people did this move? Did this move? This moved, it is not 91,000 or something. Okay, this moved 9,000 pips, right? Break above the significant consolidation zone up to the highest point gold went before the massive pull to the downside, right? Let me just target that eye. See, 9,000 pips, right? Now imagine you're looking for opportunity to like get on sales and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to erase that mentality of thinking that because gold has bought for a very long, but instead let's focus on what? Interpreting the interaction between the buyers and the sellers, right? That's the best way to actually like trade, right? Now, on the daily time frame, what's actually happening? On the daily time frame, if you look at daily time frame, we have the significant all-time high on gold. We have the significant all-time high on gold, resting at about 4,000 something. 4,000, what is this? 4,372, right? 4,374. We have this all-time high resting on gold. we have this all-time high resting on gold. We're right here on the daily time frame, right? We're trying to just interpret the relationship between the buyers and the sellers in order to understand who is currently in control, and now we can get on the side of the big boys in this market, right? Now, gold made a massive sell push to the downside. It's created a new low, right? I think I need to increase the opacity of this so you guys can be able to see this very, very clearly. Okay, let me try to erase this. So after gold bought massively, right, and came to this all-time high, market gave some kind of equal high at this level, right? There was a pull down, market created a new lower low. There was a correction, market created a new lower low. Market corrected back to the last low. And for a downtrend to continue, what happened? Market was expected to give us a new lower low, right? But what happened? Market gave us a new low that was higher than the last low, giving us a new lower high. And what happened? It led to the massive push to the top side. And this massive push to the top side isn't just there. Why? Because at the massive push to the top side, markets broke above this significant lower high that we have right here. So this is automatically giving us the signs that what the buyers are strongly in this market, and we have this correction, we have this pullback, we have this correction right here, right? And what happened? The buyers are getting momentum. They are getting strong momentums, right? They are getting strong momentums into taking control of this market, right? I hope with this you'll be able to like understand who is currently in control, right? I just try to like use parts so you guys get the concept very, very well, right? And if you are very familiar with pattern, then you actually see the pattern that is actually going on right here at the same time. That's on the daily time frame. We're done with business on the daily time frame. Let's go down to the 4 hours time frame and try to see what's actually happening on the 4 hours time frame, right? We're doing top down analysis, right? Multi-time frame analysis, trying to like check out the interaction between the higher time frames and using it in arriving at a decision point on what we are expected to do this new week, right? And if you guys are actually active with me, let me see your fire emoji in the comment section so I know that we're actually together and we're actually flowing together, right? Now, the 4 hours time frame, what's our response on the 4 hours time frame? Basically, on the 4 hours time frame, we just try to mark out our significant points, right? We try to mark out our significant zones, our swing high points on the higher time frame is for what purpose? Those swing just there, like I always repeat, right? I personally love to trade from swing points. Why? Because trading from swing points remove headaches of trading, and you're scared of whatever the move is gonna be or doing this and that. You're basically being reactive instead of being objective and stuff like that. So, but when you're trading from swing points, you're trading from where the big boys in the market are, where the financial institutions, where the institutions that are actually controlling, they're trading with billions, where they're actually resting their positions, right? And you want to be trading from those kind of zones because you'll be like you you'll be very, very if you are very, very if you are very, very observant, you notice that there are some zones that immediately markets touch those kind of zones, market tend to spike immediately. Why does market spike immediately after touching those kind of zones? That's because there are a lot of positions resting at those levels, right? And that's why market is actually reacting to that zone immediately. Just look at this, for example. Look at this zone, for example. This was a significant what? This was a significant resistance level, right? And what happened? What did market do? This significant resistance level. At the break of this significant resistance level, market broke up massively to the top side. And what happened? Immediately, markets came back to that zone. See, imagine you were having a pending order here. Immediately, market came down to that zone. It tapped into it. And at least, if you're a day trader, you should have made massive money from this small move that we're looking at on the 4 hours time frame. Why? Because immediately market tap into this zone. At least market corrected about 600. See, market corrected about 720 pips. Market corrected about 720 pips. Now imagine you trading with 100 lot size and you get 720 pips. That is freaking $720,000, right? Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm just trying to pinpoint the advantage of trading from significant swing highs now, and that's I'm just trying to point out the importance before we actually try to mark them out on the chart, right? I'm just trying to point out the importance of trading from this swing point before we actually mark them out on the chart, right? Just like you see, you want to be getting opportunities from this kind of thing. Imagine immediately market came to this level, it gave 720 pips move, right? So we always want to be trading from this kind of zones, right? We always want to be trading from this kind of zones. Now, and that's our responsibility now. We're on the 4 hours time frame. What do we need to do on the 4 hours time frame? We just need to mark out our recent zones, our recent swing highs and our recent swing lows, right? All together, we need to mark out our recent swing highs and our recent swing low. So we have a recent swing high right here, right? This is a significant resistance level that markets broke to the top side. All together, This is significant resistance level that market broke to the top side, right? Am I correct with this zone? I want to know if I'm actually correct with this zone. And possibly this week, we might be having gold come up to the all-time high. There's possibility of gold coming up to this all-time high, but I don't want to mark out the all-time high on the charts right now because I know that that is very, very obvious, right? The zone is actually very, very obvious. I don't want too much lines on our charts, right? I don't want too much lines, too much drawings on the charts. I actually want us to be able to like digest what's actually happening in real time, right? I want us to be able to digest what's happening in real time. Now we have this going on the charts right here. Okay, we have this going on the charts right here. We have this significant resistance level that is very, very significant, right? This, do you guys agree with me that this zone is significant on the higher time frame? To like mark out. Do you guys agree with me that this zone is significant? I need your opinion, guys. Do you guys agree with me that this zone is actually significant? Is it a significant swing point? Okay, Jesse Prosper is saying yes. Olaya is also saying yes. Exactly. That's a significant swing. We're marking it out from the higher time frames, right? So because we're actually marking it out on the higher time frames, right? We're marking it out on the higher time frames. So it's actually significant swing points. Do you understand? And we also have another significant swing point right here. We have this high right here, right? That gold is actually approaching. Let me mark this out using our zone. We have this high right here that gold is actually approaching. And just like any touch at this zone, we should definitely be expecting some reactions. Either the buyer spikes and take over that zone, and we start having some massive breaks above that zone, or the sellers come in to the market from there and try to pull the market back that new push, which can be to the downside, right? I don't know if you actually get that concept, right? But we're just trying to mark out our zones here, right? We're trying to mark out our zones here. And if you're familiar with pattern trading, if you're familiar with pattern trading, which part of the patterns that I actually love to trade with as well, we have different patterns. We have the head and shoulder pattern. We have the uh, double bottom, which is the W pattern, right? We have the M pattern, which is the double top and stuff like that. You always want to try to identify these kind of patterns as well because they actually do work, right? So we have this neckline of the W pattern as well right here, but that the market to come to this level doesn't really seem realistic, right? But this is actually a significant market might come back into this neckline of this W pattern, which is this double bottom right here, right? Do you get that concept, guys? So markets might actually come into that level as well. But basically, we understand the fact that gold is strongly bullish, right? We understand the fact that gold is strongly bullish, and we have our all-time high. We also have our all-time high resting above this level right here. Well, there's the possibility of gold coming up to the all-time high this week, right? There's the possibility of gold coming up to the all-time high this week. Let me try to reduce the opacity of this. I don't want it to be too big, but I want us to be able to note it as well. Okay, so there's the possibility of gold coming up to the all-time high this week. But now, how do we actually, after marking out these significant swing points, which is this significant swing highs and our swing lows, how do we actually interpret what we are expecting this market to actually print out for us? What are we expecting this market to do now? Now, this is where the patience comes in, right? This is where patience comes in. Now, we either see two things happen this week, right? I want you guys to be very, very attentive now. We either see two things happen this week, and I think we also have another kind of minor resistance here. Do you guys agree with me about this? I think we have another minor resistance here, which is this last market did some kind of like consolidation right here. So we can try to mark this out as some kind of like zone as well. Right? Do you guys agree with me? But I don't think I might I don't think I'm ready. I don't think I want to pay attention to this zone. I don't think I want to pay attention to that zone. I want to pay attention to this significant one, to this significant swing points. But now for gold, what am I basically expecting? Gold has broken above this swing high, right? Gold has broken above this swing high. And at the break above this swing high, what is the market actually telling us? It's actually giving us a sign that what? Anything above this level means what? The buyers are in control of this market. Do you guys agree with me? Anything above this point means the buyers are in control of this market, right? Anything above this high means the buyers are in control of this market. And we can see gold buying massively above that level. But now, what are we basically expecting? gold is approaching a significant swing high as well. So we might be expecting there's possibility of gold giving us this kind of thing, a touch at this level, or possibly some break above this level, or what? Markets touch into this level and give us some correction back into this significant resistance level. If market gives us some correction back into this resistance level, what's going to happen, guys? What's going to happen? It's definitely going to make this resistance level what? This resistance level automatically becomes what? A support. A support. And at the point where market comes back to this resistance level and makes this resistance level a support, what's going to happen? Then automatically, there are high chances that what gold might break this significant double top that is going to create at this level now. I don't know if you guys are actually familiar with that. Yeah, JC Prosper is with me. Yeah, we just need to wait and see what price does to those level or area. Exactly. So we just basically need to wait for whatever the market is going to do at this significant area. At these significant areas, we just basically have to do what? Sit back, right? We basically have to sit back and wait for what market is going to do at this area. And there are two things that might happen, just like I'm saying, right? There are two things that might happen, and I want you to actually pay attention because I might not have to like take a picture of this and send to Telegram or stuff like that. I want people that are actually active on the call to actually get the concept of what they should be expecting on gold this week. And that's actually going to be giving us what? The basis of our decision making this week, right? We don't want to just decide blindly. We want to be trading, as a professional, right? We want to be trading from the larger picture, right? We don't want to be catching 50 pips, 20 pips and run out of the market and those kind of stuff like that, right? But we want to be trading real, we want to be trading properly, right? So market has broken above this significant swing high right here, right? This is a significant swing high, meaning that anything above this level is giving us significant in control of the market. But now market's approaching this significant swing high right here as well. And now the market is approaching this, two things can happen. Either market continues to do what? Spike massively above, break above this level, then makes this level what? Can resistance level a what? This significant level becomes what? A support for some continuous moves, rather, right? To the what? To the all-time high, which is right here. So some continuous move, for some continuous moves to the all-time high, which is right here. That's the first scenario that can happen, right? That's the first scenario that can happen. Or what? If market react to this zone, if the sellers come in from this zone right here and they try to push price lower, they might end up pushing price lower back up to this significant resistance level, which is this significant swing high right here. They might end up pushing price lower to this significant swing high, making this resistance level automatically becomes what? Making this resistance level become what? Let me hear that in the comment section. Making this significant resistance level become what? Let me hear that in the comment section. If market comes back to that resistance level, what is that resistance level going to become? Let me see in the comment section. What's it going to become? I want to see we're actually together. What's it going to become? What's that resistance going to become? That resistance, that swing high that the market broke, right? We have at the back of our mind that what? Any break above that level, anything above that level means what? The buyers are in control of the market, right? The buyers are in control of the market. Now that market has broken that swing high, that significant resistance level on the 4 hours time frame, if market comes back to that level, if market comes back to that level, what's actually going to happen? Market is automatically going to do what? Turn that significant level into what? Support, right? I'm seeing your comment already. I want to see more comments, right? It's going to turn it into what? It's basically going to turn it into support. Exactly. It's going to turn into support. JC Prosper said it's going to turn it into support. Sam Tuga is saying support. Oya is also saying support, right? Who is also with me? It's going to become what? Support, right? So we're actually together. It's automatically going to become what? A support level. Market is going to turn that zone into a support level. That zone is automatically going to become what? A support level. And that's the concept. That's what might actually happen this week. So these are the two scenarios that gold might actually give us this week. But you guys are with me and you actually understand the fact that what? You guys understand the fact that what? That if gold actually buys, you guys understand the fact that if gold actually buys above that level, we are going to be having what? Continuous massive push to the top side. And why are we looking for the buys? We basically have the understanding that what? Gold is strongly bullish, which we've established our facts from the daily time frame, the 4 hours time frame, and we also go down to the 1 hour time frame to do what? To look out for our zones. But I think this 4 hours time frame is very, very straightforward. Let me just try to pin the answers I got. I need more answers, guys. I need more answers. Or are you guys agreeing? Are you guys agreeing with the? Are you guys agreeing with these people? Are you guys agreeing with them? Are you guys agreeing with them? Let me know. Are you guys agreeing with them? Are you guys agreeing with them that it's become support? Let me hear you in the comment section. Are you guys agreeing with them that that zone is going to become a support? Do you guys agree with them? Or is there? Are you guys agreeing with them that that zone is going to become a support? I need your answer in the comment section, guys. Do you guys agree with them that that zone is going to become a support? I need your answer, guys. Exactly. So it's automatically going to become what? A support. It's automatically going to become what? A support. Right? It's automatically going to become what? A support. And that's the main concept, right? That's the concept. So this is basically what we're looking for gold to do this week. We understand the fact that gold is strongly bullish. We've been able to establish our fast from the daily time frame. We're down on the 4 hours time frame of able to mark out our significant swing highs and our swing lows, our significant resistance level and our support levels. And we're basically just what? Trying to interpret the interaction between the buyers and the sellers and what we're basically expecting them to do. Right? Do you guys get the concepts now? Do you guys get the concepts now? Do you guys get the concepts now? So this is basically my view for gold this week. This is basically my view this week. And I want us to do what? To monitor through. The same thing on the 1 hour time frame. The same exact zone on the 1 hour time frame is the same thing on the 4 hours time frame, right? That's the same interaction on the time frame. So I hope you've been able to take a picture of this, right? Let's monitor through this week. Let's monitor through this week. We're active, we're fully active this week, right? We're fully active this week. We're fully active this week. Godspeed, right? Godspeed. We're fully active this week, right? So which other currency pair do you guys want me to look into? So what's your view about this good analysis? Do you understand this good analysis? Let me hear your view about this good analysis. How is the good analysis? Do you understand everything we've analyzed right here? How was the analysis? Was it straightforward? Do you understand the whole concept? Do you get anything from today's class? Let me just hear your view in the comment section. Let me hear your view in the comment section. And which other currency pair do you want us to analyze live before I actually go off? Which other currency pair do you want us to look into together? Which other currency pair do you guys want us to look into together? Which other currency pair do you want us to look into together? I think majority came for XAUUSD. But XAUUSD is not the only currency pair, bro. So which other currency pair do you guys want us to look into? Which other currency pair do you want us to analyze together before we call it a day? Which other currency pair do you want us to analyze together, guys? What other currency pair? What other currency pair do you want us to look into together? I want to hear from you guys. What other currency pair do you want us to look into together? What other currency pair do you want us to look into together? What other currency pair do you want us to look into together? What other currency pair do you guys want us to look into together? What other currency pair do you guys want us to look into together? Or are you guys okay already for today? I need your comments. I need your comments. What other currency pair do you want us to look into together before we call it a day? Just one more. Just one more currency pair, then we'll call it a day, right? Just one more currency pair, then we'll call it a day. Okay, somebody saying GBP USD. Okay, funny enough, guys, I had an analysis drawn up on GBP USD last week. This is drawn up on GBP USD last week, but if I tell you that we actually missed that trade, it was so painful that we actually missed that trade. We actually missed the trade, guys. We actually missed that trade on GBP USD. I also missed it as well. I think my laptop was off at the moment, at the point, right? My laptop was off, and I wasn't monitoring GBP USD, so we missed the opportunity on GBP USD. The buy. This was my analysis for GBP USD last week. Exactly. This was my analysis for GBP USD. I think we did this analysis live. I don't know if you guys can actually remember, but I think we did this analysis. We did this GBP USD analysis live. But I don't know if you guys can actually remember. If you were live when we did this GBP USD analysis, let me see your comment. Let me see your comments, please. If you were live when we did this GBP analysis, let me see your comments. If you were active when we did this GBP analysis, but we missed the trade, right? We missed the trade. We missed the buy. So we actually missed the buy. But now we need to get another. What are we looking for GBP to do this week? While I await some comments from people that were actually active when we did when we did the GBP analysis. Uh, While I wait your comments, I'll also do the analysis of my basic projection for GBP this week and what I'm basically expecting GBP to do. But that analysis is going to be in a couple of minutes because GBP there's nothing really much going on GBP. GBP is very, very straightforward at the moment, right? So looking at GBP, two things, right? Two things. This is the daily time frame, right? We're currently on the daily time frame on GBP. I think for GBP, I was analyzing for a new a first timer. I think I was analyzing for somebody that was joining for the very first time last week, and that was when I broke down this GBP charts. But I hope the person was actually able to make the most of that opportunity as well. But what's happening on GBP? Looking at the daily time frame on GBP strongly more on the BS. It's strongly more on sales, right? It's strongly more on sales. If you agree with me, that GBUSD is strongly more on sales, let me see your fire emoji. Let me see those fire emoji in the comment section, right? Sorry, I have to take water real quick. Sorry, guys. So, do you guys agree with me that GBUSD is strongly bearish, though? Do you guys agree with me? GBUSD is strongly bearish at the moment, right? But we're able to analyze this buy that actually played out last week, but we're not able to take advantage of this buy. I actually missed it. The buy happened, I think, on Tuesday. Yeah, it happened on Tuesday. It happened very early on Tuesday. Right. Okay. So somebody's reacting the fire emoji. So this was somebody that was very, very active last week. And he saw the analysis, right? We did the analysis live and the analysis played out, but I wasn't able to monitor through because I've really been more on gold, and stuff like that, and NASDAQ. So for GBUSD, what's our projection for this week for GBUSD? Now, GBUSD is at the decision point. GBUSD is at the decision point. I can tell you GBUSD is at the decision point. Now, basically interact. Let's basically interpret the interaction between the buyers and the sellers on GBUSD. So we had a swing low, right? On GBUSD, there was some correction, right? The market broke massively to the downside. There was some kind of like reversal. Market created a new lower low. The market was expected to correct back and create a new lower low. But what happened? Market created some kind of like high that was higher than the last higher low. The market created a new, I think this was some kind of like pattern stuff. So at the end of the day, market created a new low that was higher than the last significant low, and we're having some kind of bull run right now. But now, what's actually going to happen on GBP? Now, this is where the works. This is where the work actually comes in. What are we expecting for G? What are we expecting on GBP? Now, I'm trying to zoom my charts. For GBP, nothing much. For me, GBP, but I'm having a strong feeling that GBP is going to break because GBP is creating series of highs right now. It's creating series of higher highs and higher lows. If you check the 15, 30-minute or 1 hour time frame, GBP, but if you go to those time frame, GBP is actually doing a lot of consolidations on those levels. Let's just try. Let's try. So you see, I think I need to delete this. GBP has been creating series of what? Highs, higher highs. The higher time frame on daily time frame, it's still strongly bearish, right? But what I'm basically expecting, what do you think GBP might do this week? For me personally, I'm having the strong feeling that GBP is going to break this high. And then buying signs above this level, then we automatically know that what GBP is in for a long buy. But what's going to happen before the buy actually happen? Now, when market is changing its structure from being bearish into being bullish, which we've actually been able to establish here. The market is changing the structure from being bearish to being bullish, right? Our market is strongly bullish at the moment. Now we have this zone right here. I don't know if you can see the zone, but we have a zone right here. Now market is creating series of what? For an uptrend to continue, market has to keep printing what? Series of and higher lows. Do you agree with me? Market has to keep higher highs and higher lows. Now for GBP USD, has been creating series of higher highs and higher lows, right? But now we have this new higher low, we have a new higher high. You can consider, but there is high chances of what? GBP Luna, stop. There are high chances of what? GBP correcting back to this support level for what? For some massive push to the top side. For some massive push to the top side. So for me, basically, there's nothing complicated. There's nothing crazy. There's nothing crazy going on GBP. But I feel for GBP I'm going to be expecting buys. I'm going to be expecting the correction because the sellers are still, because if you look at this zone, for me, if you look at this zone, it will be very, very wrong for you to just jump in on the buy right here. Why? Because on the higher time frame, this is a significant, very, very significant support level, right? So definitely the sellers are going to try to push this market lower from this zone right here. They're going to try to push the market low a bit. They're going to try to push the market low. And at the end of pushing the market low, it's going to act as some kind of correction. So I'm expecting the correction to come back into this zone right here. And I'll be expecting my buy to probably break back above this level. I don't know if this sounds nice to your ear, but this is what I'm actually expecting for GBP. I'm expecting buys right from here, and I'll be expecting the break of this level. What's that? I'll be expecting a break of this zone, and I'm expecting this basically. My stop loss is going to be minimal below this level. 45 pips seems okay. This 4-to-1 risk to the world. We have some significant swing high right here. I think my first target might be my first target might be here, right? My buying target for GBP might be here, and this is basically what I'm expecting for GBP, right? This is basically what I'm expecting for GBP. I don't know how that sounds. Do you understand do you understand do you understand the concepts now? Do you understand the concept? Do you guys understand the concepts? Sharp. Somebody saying clear, clear, clear. Yeah, exactly. It's pretty straightforward. GBP chart is pretty straightforward at the moment. So, Sam, do you understand the concept? Do you understand this GBP analysis? Let me know if there's any conflicting view about GBP. Let me know in the comment section before I call it a day. We'll be rounding up in 5 minutes time. We'll be rounding up this section in 5 minutes time. So let me okay. Some guys saying we're good. Okay, cool. All right, but I actually feel GBP at the current zone where it is actually a significant uh what support level on the higher time frame. The sellers are going to there will be sellers resting at that level, right? That they will try to push price lower. They are going to try to push price lower, and at the end of pushing price lower, I can tell you it's better to get back on the buy from this level and target this way higher, right? And why am I looking for opportunity to buy? If you're asking why am I looking for opportunity to buy, it's very, very obvious. Market has been creating series of lower highs right here. And when market is creating lower highs, market is above the new lower high. Because for any break above a lower high, automatically market is changing the structure. And this is an higher time frame. This is the 4 hours time frame for crying out loud. Automatically, this what's happening? The market is changing the structure from being bearish into being bullish, and they are breaking significant swing highs, right? And what's that automatically giving us? It's automatically giving us that what the buyers are getting into the market. And in case market doesn't come back to this level, there are possibilities of buyers taking control and breaking above this level. And what is happening if market break above this level? Then you do what? You expect some kind of retest back at this level or some correction happen back to this level. And what? You expect to get back on the buy and target way higher. So nothing crazy on GBP. Very straightforward USD, but I just go through GBP this week. Hopefully, Godspeed. We should get a step on GBP this week as well. So I hope the analysis was clear, and I hope you guys actually learned from this analysis. So let me share good charts time for gold. This is what I'm pretty much expecting for gold. Uh, that's all for good. So let me hear your review, guys. Let me hear your review in the comment section. How was the live class? How was the live analysis? Did I come too late? Just let me know. Let me know. What do you think we need to change? We need to be. We're trying to build a stronger community, right? Where we tend to like share ideas, learn together, help each other grow and get better and stuff like that. So let me see you in the comment section. How was the analysis? How was the live section? Did you learn anything impactful? Did you get anything? Uh, did you get anything impactful? Are the analysis clear? Are the analysis we've been doing so far? But if you were active last week, you should know that our XAUUSD analysis for last week was superb. Everything played out perfectly well, and we're actually replicating the same energy, right? Just using what pure price action into every single one of our analysis, right? So I feel that's all. There are no reviews yet, but I wish I can actually get some. So actually know how the class actually went. Your review is a way to actually tell me what to actually work on, or how we doing literally, how we doing, guys, how we doing. So that's the main concept, right? That's the main concept. So I basically need your review. What's your review? How was the class? How was the class, guys? How was the class? How was the class, guys? How was the class? Did you learn anything? How was the analysis? Is everything clear? And if you were active during last week live section, let me hear your review too. I need to know, like, are we really replicating everything that we've been learning? Are we gaining from everything that we've been learning? Okay, JC Prosper is saying it's nice, simple, and clear as always. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. JC Prosper is always active, always active, always active. So it's clear, simple, and nice as always, right? Appreciate. If you were active last week, let me see your review. And just like every analysis we've done now, we are going to be reviewing them next week as well. So I feel that way we actually grow better that way, right? We actually grow better that way, right? Every week we'll be reviewing every analysis that we've done the previous week. So that way it doesn't just feel like we just come to YouTube live to just waste people's data or waste time and stuff like that, but the analysis doesn't work or stuff like that. No, we need to be able to follow through. How was our last week analysis? Did it play out exactly as we projected? What do we need to work on? How was it? Were we able to follow through? Did it help to make trading easy the whole week and stuff like that? You feel me? So that's the energy I want us to be replicating, and we're basically just doing everything for free, right? Just literally helping out, right? And I feel that's the only way we can change the world, and just try to like reach out and be the sponge that actually like absorb the negativity around and stuff like that. Just share the little knowledge that we all know, and we just learn together, right? If you are not on the Telegram channel and you want to join using the description in the YouTube link, all right? And don't forget to subscribe if this is your first time joining this live as well. So I want to hear your review. I want to hear the last review, right? How was last week analysis? Did the last week analysis play out? That's the question now. Did the last week analysis play out? So it doesn't just feel like we just come here every Sunday to just waste time and stuff like that. How was last week analysis? Last week analysis? Okay, just Prosper is saying simplicity and clarity is key in this noisy environment. Exactly. Oh man, exactly. That's the word. That's the word. And Jesse Prosper is also saying Jesse Prosper was active during our last week live analysis on YouTube. Uh, and he said, yeah, the analysis did play out. Exactly. I think that deserves an applaud. That deserves an applause, right? So and Olaya is also saying always clear, right? Exactly. I feel you like exactly. I'm happy to help out, guys. So I've been able to get reviews that our last week analysis played out 100% like we projected, right? They played out exactly the way we projected, right? And if you're actually doubting if they played out, I don't know. I have some kind of like screenshots passing out to me that before the beginning of a week, I tried to like draw up what I'm expecting, and I did that, right? And at the end of the week, I tried to get the charts and check in relation that okay, this bigger picture for XAUUSD last week that I projected, Was that the exact thing that happened? And I can tell you, it's happened 100%. Sincerely, I'm sincerely. If I had not gone live using YouTube stuff, if I had gone live using StreamYard, I could have shared my Telegram link. I could have shared my Telegram personal accounts and try to like show you the relation between the two analyses, right? Everything played out 100%, right? And just like I can see, JC Plus applauding what we've been doing, the simplicity and clarity. Exactly. Sam Tuga is also saying the same thing. He said, I swear I was active, and as soon as price entered the zone, it started shooting up. Massive, massive. And if you were also noticing, uh some people were finding difficulty like getting the O. That's why on Sunday, I love us to do analysis on Sunday. Why? The market is not moving. We just tend to like explain what we are expecting the market to do, right? We're basically just trying to explain what we're expecting the market to do. See, you can see what Sam Tuga is saying right here. He said, I swear, I was active, and as soon as the price entered the zone, it started shooting up. And immediately market started shooting up. What do you need to do? As somebody that joined my live section on Sunday, what do you need to do? Get in, study the flow, look for a very good zone to actually jump in, right? And what, manage your risk. Don't over leverage, right? Don't over risk and don't over trade, and do what, get in. You're definitely coming up on top of the game, right? Right, you're definitely coming up on top of the game. I'm happy to get these reviews from you guys, and I hope we keep replicating this energy and God keeps strengthening us. I wish each and every one of us a profitable trading week this week. I wish each and every one of us a profitable trading week. We're definitely getting paid by God's grace this week as well. We're definitely getting paid. We're definitely getting paid. Please, if we want to get in touch, where can we reach out? Join my Telegram channel. Join my Telegram channel. On my Telegram channel, I'll drop my personal stuff Forex. I just posted the Telegram. Are you on the Telegram channel? Just join the Telegram channel. If you search for Non Star, personally, please, yeah, check Non Star. My username on Telegram is Non Star. Check Non Star, Non Star, Non Star. Yeah, Non Star. Check Non Star. Or if you join the Telegram channel, right, and just try to like check the description of the Telegram channel, you see my personal username on the Telegram channel. You see my personal username on Telegram channel. You can reach out to me from there. I'll be expecting your DM do. Samsung, I'll be expecting your feedback, right? So I'm basically just happy to help out. I hope everyone was able to learn something significant from this live section. If you are joining from the first time and you want to like, subscribe, invite your friends, let's learn together and digest everything we've been doing. And if you love what we've been doing on the channel as well, it doesn't take you anything to promote, right? It doesn't take you anything. And the forex space is so interesting that you don't need to keep anything, right? You can be making your money and make my money. All of us can eat together, right? So that's my own mentality though. All of us can eat together, right? The forex space is too big for somebody to just be milking the whole profit, right? Thousands of people can be making profit together at the same time, right? And you are making money doesn't disturb me from making money in the charts and stuff like that. So I don't think there's anything crazy about reaching out to people, sharing the channel, making them join so they can also better their life and grow. All of us grow together, right? And uh, we just grow together, right? And we just make money together. We basically make money together. And just like you see somebody saying right here that simplicity and clarity is key in this noisy environment. That's the point. You don't need 20 indicators on the chart. You don't need uh I don't I don't talk against indicator, right? Indicator is very good, right? Everything work. You can be using Everybody are using different strategy. We have millions of traders and everybody are using different strategies and everybody are making money. That's how interesting forex is. But then if you see a strategy that is simple and you are able to use conveniently and it doesn't stress you, right? You're able to use conveniently. It's not about drawing one patterns on the chart or drawing some crazy stuff like drawing drawing a lot of stuff on the chart, like drawing some kind of like avatar sign on the chart on doing this and doing that and doing that, right? But it's about getting paid with simplicity, right? Simplicity and clarity. is key in this noisy environment. Just like you see somebody comment what we've been doing with that word, right? And that's the fact. That's the fact, right? So I wish each and every one of us a profitable trading week. Godspeed as always. And stay active on the Telegram channel. And you guys, once I drop signal, that makes me know we're actually together. So I'll keep dropping back, right? Updates about the trade that we're actually taking. But then when you don't drop, when you don't actually like react, when you don't actually like react after signals, then I feel like okay, maybe you guys are not onto the signal and stuff like that. Then I might possibly not even like give you the update, right? Until you probably take profit and stuff like that. But then you react. We know we're actually together. We're trying to build a community, not some kind of like distance zone or something it's like separate from each other. Like let's grow together, and we're basically printing. We're locking this December. We're fully locked in this December. Let's make the money together and let's actually like uh let's get the big bag, right? Let's get the big bag. Nothing 2025 is not over yet, right? It's not over yet. We still have a lot of days. We still have about we have five. We still have about 20 trading days. 20 goddamn trading days before the end of this year. And anything can happen within most start the new month with a clear right? Start the new month with a clear mind and be ready to learn. That's the thing. That's the thing. I was speaking with uh, someone today. I was speaking with a friend today, and I was like, the whole thing about trading is it's not that you just get into the chart just to make money, but then you get into the chart to learn, like digest, listen to the market, and like we actually learn from the market and stuff like that. So that's the whole thing, right? Somebody saying thank you very much. Happy to have you, man. So see you guys on the other side. See you guys tomorrow. Stay active, and I wish us all a profitable trading week. In Christ's name, amen. Bye, guys.